Women whistleblower stands up and exposes the Unaa Organization alleged fraudster and cheat Julius John Muwulya, who impersonated himself as a Unaa president and allegedly solicited money from sponsors to enrich himself, and $200,000 for another organization rather than our organization. His interests were somewhere else and should step down immediately. The last 24 years of Unaa Organization, the presidency position and vice president has been held by only men, egomaniacs that have caused divisions, disarray due to ego driving them beyond their sense of reasoning, set up scores among themselves with personal vendettas, reavenging old wounds among themselves at the coast of the association, in the names of promising heaven on earth, in the names such as hashtag rebranding, taking Unaa forward during the campaign season and after the elections. Never see heaven on earth, but chaos and nothing to show for. Such has caused many communities complaints and dissatisfactions among Ugandans in the diaspora and beyond the association. This confusion and disarray as egomaniacs in the association has been going on for the last 24 years, dragging the association into mud, while women only complained about it but did not stand up to address these issues, nor take a stand to expose them at the same time as to be given a chance to take on the leadership for change and birth new ideas and direction for the association as a known supernatural heaven-spiced gift to birth human being into this world. Ladies and gentlemen, as a concerned whistleblower, young lady, and the future of Unaa Organization, allow me to expose these allegations with evidence. Engineer Julius John Muwulya allegedly is a proven fraudster that should step down immediately and not be given any position of leadership in the associations. Reasons are, he had a chance to prove himself as a leader serving the vice president of Unaa Organization since 2017, but instead he allegedly conspired intentionally to sabotage and fail the association. In his mind, he miscalculated that if he followed the lane, so much hate would be directed to the president. Maybe he would resign and then have a free pass to the chair. It was his mandate as vice president to build membership capacity by introducing Unaa programs across the USA with the help of Unaa Council's representatives of those regions, but selfishly he didn't, and the membership is at its lowest recorded since time. But instead, he allegedly conspired with Daniel Kawumba, who has split up the organization twice, done more harm to the organization than no other since her foundation, who has been found guilty by the courts of law to have violated the Unaa Constitution and association bylaws. During Unaa conflicts of 2018, he as a co-conspirator with Daniel Kawumba as a plan for a soft coup against the legitimate President Atigo, and they introduced them as follows. The president of Unaa Organization, Daniel Kawumba, and his vice president, Julius John Muwulya. Radios are like Radio Uganda, Boston, Uncle Jasper in England. Never on those shows that he speak on the behalf of the legitimate president, nor confront Kawumba for impersonation. Julius John Muwulya was constantly rebuked on Unaa Organization WhatsApp forums for betraying the legitimate Unaa Organization president and not helping to implement Unaa programs in Uganda communities, nor build the capacity of the membership as mandated for vice presidents to do. Point. Julius took the association for a ride. From 2017 to 2019, he was himself impersonating himself as fully UNAA president. Such accusation went around in the diaspora not until the video of evidence surfaced and was caught and confronted.
Welcome. This is New Vision Television, and we have engineer Julius John Muwulya USA, quite a mouthful, but he does a lot, who is the president of Uganda North American Association. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
He's going to tell us about the great plans he has for us. He has just taken office and is going to be in office for the next 2 years.
UNAA, most people know UNAA about being a weekend gathering where we celebrate and have a good time.
When I look at you, you are the age of, you are not really, there are so many Ugandans who have been long established in the USA. How do you end up being their president when you're such a young man?
The history of UNAA is the Uganda North American Association. This is an organization that has been around for 29 years. Started in 1988 by two sisters in Atlanta, Georgia, to the Ugandans in the diaspora outside of Uganda. It's an honor to work with some of you and hopefully to work with most of you eventually.
Okay, you've heard it from the president of Ugandans in North America himself. He leads over 100,000 people. That's more than a constituency in Uganda, and all of them are very, very, can I say, capable by our standards. They can do quite a lot. Let's keep him engaged, and he will come back to account next year in December. I promise you.
Julius John Muwulya, instead of proving that he was a capable leader, but instead proved not interested in UNAA Organization, but his priorities were alleged to enrich himself and build another organization called Harambee, which he was a leader, using the president of UNAA position status to solicit money for Harambee organization and his programs rather than UNAA Organization. During that time, rumors surfaced that he was looking for sponsors for Harambee organization and had no interest in UNAA Organization. We are so lucky that his alleged fraudster and a cheat was caught. How? During the introduction of his candidacy, he bragged about finding sponsors that gave him $200,000 on the behalf of Harambee Organization to implement their programs, but not UNAA Organization. His interest was somewhere else. Evidence in his own words presented on UNAA WhatsApp group. Question. We've all asked ourselves, how much of thousands of dollars unknown and not disclosed did he collect for himself and in impersonation as UNAA Organization president? He has nothing to show for during the last 2 years serving as vice president of UNAA Organization, except allegedly enriching himself in impersonation as a president at the coast of the association. Julius John is the very alleged fraudster and cheat. The reason why Ugandans are skeptical about the association, just as many across the media have called the association #identity thieves because of people like John Julius Muwulya. What more can we do for the association that he has not been able to do when he has been given a chance for the last 2 years to show for? What a fraudster. He should step down immediately.